after today, I get it now. I understand why everyone is being called to leave the Democratic Party right now. I don't know if it was always this way. I don't feel like it was always this way, but this party has been infiltrated by the devil. I watched a few lives of these protests today, and I found something in one of these protests that was actually scary. Now, these pictures are not the best because I tried to get screenshots from these as quick as I could, but this lady right here, and I have no idea what state this was in, but they pulled up this gate of hell and this devil lady came out of it. What this lady was portraying was her walking out of the middle of that sign right there. She literally opened the gates of hell and walked out onto that stage. And I don't know if you can see this one as well, but this guy right here came out right after her, and he was also dressed like the devil. Of course, they had the guy running out with a chainsaw like Elon because they wanted to distract you from all of this. But the irony of them coming out of a sign that said gates of hell and then coming out and saying that Trump had opened the gates of hell is crazy. And not only that, but after they finished their speech, they had a whole devil squad come out and they did some kind of choreographed dance. And the proof is all over the place, okay? If you go into any conservative content creator's profile right now and look in their comment sections, look at the amount of hate and disgust that is being spewed from this party right now. Believe it or not, it is possible for you to disagree with someone and be upset that your candidate lost without having to tell people that they're ugly, that their entire family is ugly, that they deserve nothing in life. I hope you get everything you asked for, like kill yourself. Like, this is demonic stuff, y'all. And believe me, I am one of the ones, like 2 years ago, I would have said, okay, look, we don't have to put the devil in everything. The devil's not the cause of everything. And I still believe that. I still believe that some people do use the devil as an excuse to excuse their bad behavior, but this is like undeniable. This is putting the devil right in your face and wanting you to celebrate him. And you know how I know? Because they came out of the middle of those gates of hell and then tried to tell you that Trump is the one that opened the gates of hell. So if you are feeling called to walk away from this party right now, do it, okay? Walk away. Protect your peace and protect your soul. They have had people in the streets all day long screaming out 8647. If you are screaming out for the death of someone else and then claiming that you're not working for the devil, I can't help you. And I know that the right had their things to say about Joe Biden when he was president, but in my opinion, there is a very big difference between saying, let's go Brandon, and saying 8647. I still am not going to call myself a Republican. Like, I am not interested in joining that party, but I will tell you right now, I will never, ever, ever call myself a Democrat. I do not claim that energy, and honestly, I want to be as far away from that as possible.
So this lady is talking about how she feels that the Democrat Party is demonic because a lot of people are leaving it. That's why a lot of people are saying it's time to leave Democrat and all that. Well, I don't know where she got her theory from and how she felt that it was people like me who came out to come vote, come protest. Meanwhile, it was still fellow MAGAs that really came out en masse to really protest because this wasn't what they all voted for. What they are saying is not what they voted for. Okay, so why then are you calling my people out? Well, I'm just going to let some videos roll, guys. I saw this video on my FYP and I said, I have to share with you guys. So you're welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I have some clips which I'm going to let through where some people feel that these people were paid to come protest, but how can someone pay over 5 million people to really come and protest? Well, let's go find out in these videos. Then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do what to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch, then we come back with our commentary.
All right, let's take a moment to look back at this weekend on Saturday, April 5th, when there's that big anti-Trump rally, protest, everything nationwide. Come to find out, a lot of those people were paid. In fact, they had some of those posted on Indeed, paid to come and protest. There were other reports of people being videotaped saying, yeah, I get paid to be here for X amount of an hour. And it is just unbelievable that, sure, there's still a good majority of liberals and Democrats that wanted to show up to this, but they wanted it to look so much bigger, and so they had to go hire actors. Now, let me tell you, this isn't the first time they've done it. Oh, no, no, no. Let me tell you, back in 2021, when Joe Biden came to Rosemont, Minnesota, to Dakota County Technical College, there was a big show up just because Joe Biden was coming to town. And, I attended that because I wanted to show my support for Trump. And that's actually where one of my videos went viral, had over 775,000 views. So you can see it on my pinned. It's super funny to watch. But there was another video I had made where I actually interviewed students at the college, and they said, classes are canceled today, do not come in. But when they did the viewing of for the press and the video that went on the news, they showed a bunch of people there and students, and it makes you just stop and think, how could have that happened? And these students just went off and told me how there were buses of paid actors that came in for this press conferences, but nothing was being covered on the news. And that video went super viral, took off, but unfortunately, TikTok had removed it for violating community guidelines, which, what do you expect at this point? But does not surprise me.
I feel some people should really hide their face in shame sometimes, because how would you think that these people, this crowd will be paid? How much are they going to pay people to leave their jobs and come out in mass to really protest against the injustice done to them? Because a lot of them feel this is not what they all voted for. And I'm so excited that Black Americans didn't really come out to vote for this, to protest on this day, because you would have said it was them, and all that, right? But it is people who look like yourself that are actually on the streets protesting against whatsoever. They are the ones standing in the gap for everyone in the country. They did this, they voted for this. People like you voted for this, and people like you are trying to fix what they have voted for. But instead of you standing in solidarity with them, you decided to say otherwise, right? Saying that they were paid. I don't know how to please you guys, MAGAs.
These individuals are not genuine protesters. Rather, they are actors posing as demonstrators, compensated by a small group of financial backers. It is well overdue to apprehend and hold these funders accountable. They are all getting paid cash, and many made $9,000, and I bet don't receive a 1099. Breaking, tens of thousands of protesters in New York City. Many were sent to NYC on buses, mass to deport these people out of America. Get them out. These people are paid. These people are paid. These people are paid. These people are paid. I was at an Irish pub in D.C. last night, and one of these paid protesters sat next to me. I didn't realize what he was at first, but he was drunk as hell. He said he needed to keep his receipt to get reimbursed for expenses. He was bussed in from Wisconsin.
Well, the media's going to act like there was some major anti-Trump protest in Washington, D.C. today. But the reality is, it's fake. They were all bussed in on buses, like right behind me.
They bust in people for January 6th. And on the flip side, they bust in people for Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream. You remember when they bust in people to Trump's rally at Coachella, and then all those people got stranded? So if you organize transportation to a protest or a rally where you do not live, that means that it's all fake. It takes the critical thinking skills of a half-eaten tater wedge to believe something like that. And even less critical thinking skills to think that protests are all being attended by people who are only getting paid. These people will defend Elon promising $1 million giveaways to vote in a Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. And when his candidate still loses, then they still blame it on George Soros and then say that George Soros or other people are paying protesters for the hands-off protests. I went to one. I didn't receive a motherfucking penny. And I did not attend one where I live either. So I guess it was a fake one. But they never say that those people who were standing on random street corners on a Tuesday afternoon in 2022 saying that the 2020 election was stolen, they never said that was fake or that those people were paid. No, but they were stupid.
Wait a minute. Is it that MAGAs are not really affected by the things you guys are affected with? Like, they are not feeling any of these things that are happening. The tariff doesn't mean anything to them. People being laid off on a daily doesn't mean anything to them. Veterans, being laid off also do not mean anything to them. Workers being deported, people who pay taxes without, stressing anybody or doing anything. Being deported does not mean anything to them. The price of groceries going high, like very high, does not mean anything to them. All the promises that were given you during the campaign that has not been fulfilled, it doesn't mean anything to you, and yet you guys keep making excuses, standing for what is not right. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, because sometimes these magas, oh my god, I don't know what you ever do to please them. I don't know. Let me know what you think in this video. Let's have that conversation. What's your thoughts about today's video? What do you think about magas? Let me know in the comment section. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. See you guys on my next video. Bye guys.